Hey guys, my name's Allie and welcome to Kat's Kitchen. I'm going to show you how to cook seafood and optimize the flavor so you can get the best experience overall. All of our products will be coming from Maine Shelled Lobster and they will also be sponsoring this show, so big thanks to them. Today we're working with some scallops from the eastern seaboard. They are wild caught and dry, which means absolutely no preservatives. These ones are going to be about the 10 to 20 per pound size, so that's actually a really good size scallop, great for searing. Okay, so first things first with the scallops, you do want to remove as much moisture as possible. If there's any residual moisture when you go to pan sear these, it's going to end up steaming them and you won't get the texture you're looking for. So a couple of paper towels, pat them as dry as you possibly can. Do not skip this step. Today we're going to be doing a pretty simple recipe, but that's the best way I think you can do scallops. What you're going to be needing is olive oil, some unsalted plain butter, a lemon, some garlic, and then freshly ground salt and pepper. Parsley for garnish is optional, but always a pretty touch. Before we put them in the pan, you do need to generously salt and pepper them. So take your shaker, just make sure all sides of them have a little salt and pepper. I'm gonna flip them over. And then salt and pepper the other side, same as the top. All right, we're looking pretty good, folks. Okay, so when we're working with stainless steel pans and not the non-stick that most people kind of use through the 90s and the early 2000s, you gotta test them to know when they're hot enough to add your fats and your oils and your butters. So the way to do that is take a little water, sprinkle it into the pan. If you see the beads of water dancing around, it should be ready to go. So like I said earlier, we're gonna add about a tablespoon of olive oil, tablespoon of butter. Get that moving so the whole pan is covered with your fats. And we should be ready to start searing the first side of the scallops. Okay, so our oil is hot enough and we're adding the scallops to start the first side of sear. Okay. Scallops cook quick. I'm gonna say that one more time. Scallops cook very quickly. I have attention issues, so I'm gonna watch the clock and I advise you do the same. These things can cook in under 3 minutes. So we're looking at 6:09 by 6:11, we should flip them over. You know, I wanna see a little bit more fat around these to get that extra sear. So I am gonna add a little bit. I am in no means a professional chef, but cooking is my passion and I just kind of do what feels right. So it's your kitchen, do what you'd like. Right before you flip them, add your smashed garlic anywhere on the pan that's not directly on top of your scallops. And then kind of move them around. You can smell that garlic cooking. It's one of my dad's favorite smells. You can see one of them flipped. I do like the way that's looking, so I'm going to go ahead and flip the rest of them. That one is perfect. That's kind of what we're going for here. Really looking for that Gordon Ramsay sear, if you will. I'm gonna move them around. And then when you flip them onto the second side, you're looking for about half the time they were on the first. And you're gonna squeeze a little lemon into the pan around them. Okay, so we're talking about checking when scallops are done. A good way to know is the cracking at the bottom. You can see on this one. Same with when you're checking the firmness of a steak. You want to see a firm reaction with your tongs, but still a little bit of bounce. So like these smaller ones are looking pretty good. Okay guys, we got our finished scallops on the plate. I did drizzle some of that excess butter and fat from the pan on top of that. It's a fun garnish. And then lastly, if you'd like, and if you actually like parsley, a little bit of green to the plate is always a nice touch. So to review, we patted our scallops as dry as possible. We use a non-stick pan, stainless steel if you got it. Remember how I got that to the correct heat, watching the water dance. You're gonna add your fats to the pan, cook them about 2 minutes the first side, flip, add the garlic, a little bit of lemon, cook them about half the time on the second side, and you're good to go. This dinner's ready in about 10 minutes. If you're curious at all about what to serve these with, I personally would go with a side like green beans or a fresh side salad. I love a goat cheese and walnut side salad. Anything light and crisp, especially in this spring to summer transition. So I just wanted to say thanks so much for joining us today in Kat's Kitchen, and head over to Maine Shelled Lobster to check out our sponsor. Big thanks to them.